Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie. Today I have for you a first impression / review on a really exciting foundation for me, the Nars Radiant Longwearing Foundation. This has to be one of my most expensive foundations. I've been hearing a lot of great things about it, so I had to go and purchase it and give you guys my honest opinion with some pros and cons, how it wore throughout the day, my usual first impressions, and if it's worth the money because it's a little expensive. So let's jump right into a quick demo. Alright, so starting with primer, I'm going to be using the new Urban Decay Urban Defense Complexion Primer. This has 30 SPF and it's actually pretty see-through. Now onto the foundation, I ended up going for the 2.3 medium dark. I'm hoping that this shade is my shade because I did swatch it on my arms and my arms right now are pretty dark compared to my face. Pray for me. First things first, I'm already obsessed with the packaging. The box itself is really nice, and then the fact that this is really chic looking and it has a pump. You guys already know how I feel about pumps. It's just, I feel that every single foundation should have pumps. Not for nothing, but this is looking a little dark on my fingers right now. Just by applying this, I already feel that it's a lightweight texture because it's really liquidy. So this looks amazing on the skin though. Wow. The shade is looking a little too yellow for me, but I feel that once I blend everything out and finish my face with concealer and all that stuff, it will look really nice. Especially for the summertime, this looks like it would be my shade. But I really like how it's looking on my skin right now because it's giving me some really natural, flawless look. You know, I'm going to quickly set my face and see if it looks any different or if it helps. When I first applied it, it did look very radiant and glowy looking, so I feel that it's a like satin finish, not necessarily a matte finish. I haven't even looked that up, but so far so good. I'm already loving the look of this foundation on my skin. This is also extremely full coverage. I only applied one layer. I didn't even have to reapply to my forehead and chin, which is where I have my dark spots. But so far so good. I'm going to finish the rest of my face and be right back. Alright, so I just finished the rest of my face. I feel that the shade ended up working really nicely, especially after adding the concealer and everything else on my face. This is definitely my summer shade though. Online, it claims to be a natural radiant finish. It's also transfer resistant, which is what I'll be testing later on. Sweat resistant, fade resistant, and non-drying. I feel that right off the bat, it's definitely non-drying. It's also really lightweight. It feels like you have nothing on your skin. Probably one of my most comfortable foundations right now. But I'll definitely be testing at the end of the day if it's transfer resistant and sweat resistant because those are two things that are really important to me, especially for the summertime. So I'm going to go about my day and be back in a few hours and give you guys some pros and cons and the end of my review. Alright, so it's been about 8 hours and this is what it's currently looking like. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed with how it's looking after so many hours on a hot summer day. I haven't blocked my face throughout the whole day, and even though it has a radiant glowy finish, it still doesn't look oily in person. Usually in my nose area and forehead it's pretty bad by now, but it's looking really good. So I'm going to blot it with a blotting sheet and see if it still looks intact. So that definitely helped, as you can see. Now, what I was looking forward to the most with this foundation, like I told you guys earlier, it's the fact that it's supposed to be transfer resistant, but honestly, I feel that it's not right now. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but it does transfer. I feel that it has to be the powder that I use to set it. So if you've tried this foundation out, let me know in the comments below if you have any recommendations for what powder I should be using so it could work with the transfer resistant, because right now, I'm not too impressed with it. But as an overall foundation, I am honestly super in love with this foundation. I'm going to keep giving it a try, especially on my upcoming trip to Miami, and see if it works in the really hot, humid weather. I love the way that it looks on my skin because it's literally radiant, so it's going to look super healthy and glowy on your skin and not caked on like long wearing full coverage foundations. I'm also really impressed with the fact that it didn't break throughout my skin, especially in my laugh lines and nose area, because that's usually my troublesome area in the summertime. But yeah, I really like it. So moving on to the pros and cons portion of the video, starting with the packaging, of course. Obsessed with the packaging. Super sleek and clean. I really like the logo of Nars as well. and the fact that it has a pump. It's a major pro for me. It has a really large range of colors to choose from as well, and different undertones, which I really appreciate. The foundation shades are so close together that it could be a little hard to find your perfect shade, but I ended up going for the 2.3, and I feel that it's definitely my summer shade. This is a full coverage foundation. It could be a medium to full coverage, so it's definitely buildable, and like the name says, it's really natural, radiant, long wearing. I feel like this could be a really great foundation for the summertime, so I'm hoping that it works in Miami. I'll be updating the description box, so make sure to check that out if you guys want. It's more of a liquidy consistency, which to me equals to a lightweight feel, and a little bit goes a long way. It looks really healthy on the skin as well. It claims to be for all skin types, but it works amazing on my oily skin. Now for cons, I only have two, and the first one is the one that I mentioned earlier, the fact that I feel that it's not transfer resistant. I was really looking forward to that when reviewing this foundation, but it's probably the loose powder that I use to set my skin, so I'm going to be testing out different powders and see which one works best. Second con has to be the price, because it's a really pricey foundation. It's $50, but I personally feel that it's worth it from how great it looks on my skin and how long lasting it's been, and just how natural and healthy it feels on my skin. I feel that it's totally worth it, but I am going to keep testing it out in the upcoming days, so letting you guys know an update in the description box, so make sure to check that out with other information as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried this foundation, what are your thoughts and opinion, and if you have any other requests for upcoming first impressions. See you next time. Bye. Those are pretty much all the pros that I feel like I have. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.